After the bit of a bore with intermittent entertainment that was the Phantom Menace and the insultingly awful Attack of the Clones, going into Revenge of the Sith, I'm sure many thought they were walking to their doom. It's been said that they ended up liking Episode 3 so much because after all that transpired with the previous 2 prequels, the fact that it was finally over and connected with the beloved original trilogy gave them a better feeling walking out of the cinema. While that may be true to a certain extent, personally, I am willing to defend Star Wars Episode 3 Revenge of the Sith as a legitimately good film. I've heard the machete order to watch Star Wars 4, 5, 2, 3, and then 6, and just skip over 1 completely. But my stance is that if you're showing someone Star Wars for the first time, go ahead with the entire original trilogy first, as always, so Empire's twist remains special. And if they want any backstory, later on, show them Revenge of the Sith. That's what I'll probably do if I ever have offspring. Think about it. All essential that happens in The Phantom Menace is the introduction of some characters like Obi-Wan meeting Anakin. All that happens in Attack of the Clones is Anakin and Padme falling in love and maybe the clones attacking. In Revenge of the Sith, much of what goes on is so self-explanatory and contained, so you don't really need 2 full films to explain what's going on. Who is this? It's the bad guy. That's all you need. Count Dooku, the leftover from 2, has about as much explanation for his existence as the new villain, General Grievous. The opening scene feels very Star Warsy and is an easy point to immerse oneself into the runtime. And Anakin and Obi-Wan's relationship and his romance with Padme both work infinitely better without Episode 2. Sadly, I can't really judge this film in the vacuum because I have seen Episode 2. And even then, Episode 3 still has a lot of bad to permeate it. Such is the dialogue. In a way, because everything else is significantly better and more interesting, the bad dialogue sticks out even more as a bad element. Honestly, it might be the worst thing about this movie overall. Poor Hayden Christensen is shouldered with the bulk of it, and his mediocre acting skills result in him sounding like a whiny bitch. When he's not talking, he actually is rather effective though. John Williams delivers, in my opinion, the best score of the entire trilogy of prequels. It's where it's at its most grandiose, and at the same time small. The score that plays over the stunning Order 66 scene is a masterful, sweeping theme. Honestly, the main reason I think I stay alert through the non-stop lightsaber duels that go on and on and on is because the music never stops being engaging. Besides, there is a fun bit of schlock to the drone of laser sword battles as they occur in increasingly more ridiculous locations. True doesn't feel like the Star Wars we know and love from those original movies, but it's bad because it doesn't stick to the aesthetic, not because it's that boring. Two of the greatest things about this film are the performance by Ian McDiarmid and Ewan McGregor. The Emperor is totally over the top, and he is relentlessly entertaining. There's so much fun conveyed in every line, every motion, that I just can't take my eyes off him. Again, he shouldn't have been given a lightsaber, but still, what he does is so gripping that I honestly don't really care too much, as long as I turn off my brain. Ian McGregor also fully comes into his own as an incredible Obi-Wan. He's a lot of fun in the places where it requires, and that ending speech where he powerfully tells Anakin he was his brother. The movie just goes up several notches just due to the emotion and the power that he inserts into those lines. And yes, in the ending, when we begin to see things connect to the originals, there is a genuine feeling of emotion achieved when we see baby Leia with the Organas, and Obi-Wan handing off Luke as the binary sunset looms in the background. You just can't beat that. And I'm going to give Star Wars Episode 3 Revenge of the Sith a 7 out of 10. Thank you so much for watching. Always like and leave a comment. And please subscribe to my YouTube channel if you feel sufficiently inclined.